I was settling into my rocking chair this evening and thinking I haven't done a knit and chat with you for a while. So here I am, getting ready to spend some time with you. So I thought I would pick up this one row scarf that I've been working on. It's with some spindle spun, and it's a very easy pattern. Very, very easy pattern. I picked it up from the Knitting Professor, and I thought, oh, I want to give this a try. So I'm making it in a 2-ply, so the hand spun, and then this is what it's coming out like. So it's not going to be perfectly even, but I still have to block it, of course. And I'm still spinning for it, which I can show you. See, I'm still spinning. Yeah. So settle in with your favorite beverage. What do I have with me tonight? I have a bottle of Rise kombucha. I suppose that's backwards for you, but this is a lemon lime that I'm sipping away at here this evening. I've just finished dinner and I thought, oh, I'll come and have a chat with you before the football games. Come on today. I really do enjoy knitting. Knitting for pastime, knitting with a purpose, the craft, the feel of it. I don't know about you, but I love the feel of a nice yarn in my hands. And I've gotten so far away from acrylic products now that I really do prefer 100% wool or close to 100% wool. Yeah, and I'm doing this. I think I thought it would be a bit more orangey and then this big pink came into being. But I was thinking early fall, like not really deep fall colors, but lighter fall colors. That's kind of an interesting way to put it. I did make some notes here, so if I look off to the side for a moment, you'll understand why. Welcome to Doll Can Create. This is the 100 Mile Life and GrandmaCore. I'm Granny Doll. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So let's just dive in a little bit. I showed you the one project that I'm working on, and now I will show you the sock, because of course there's always a sock. So this is from the sock lady, the crazy sock lady. And I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to have to look it up to put it on there. So I'm doing a good job of getting that one done. I'll have this one done before the end of the month easily, but that's the first one I did. Isn't that pretty? I think the pattern's called Vanilla Bean. So if you look on Ravelry under Vanilla Bean, you'll find it. I have to be honest, it's not one of my favorites, but that's only because I'm not a fan of ribbing. And part of this wonderful pattern is caused by a ribbing design. So I do like all of her patterns, but I have a couple of them that I prefer. So once this one's done, I'm not sure I'll do this one again at all. And what did I do? I did a regular slip stitch heel. I didn't do the eye of the partridge on that one. So I'm working on these socks, and each of the progress keepers account for 12 rows. So I have 1, 2, 3, I've got 36 plus, and I'm going to be doing, I think I do 60 for the leg. So I'm getting there. Slow but sure, right? But I am getting there. But last but not least, I'm working on a sweater. And let me just see if I can pull this up. This is all hand spun from this year's Tour de Fleece. So it's hand dyed in different batches. So the colorways are not all going to be the same, although you almost can't see it here with this lighting, can you? So it's top down lace, and I'll try to post the link to the pattern as well. I did enjoy doing that lacy pattern. The rest of it's all knit. So what I'm doing right now is just knitting enough, then I can take the sleeves off, then I'll knit the body. It's a short sleeve, basic t-shirt. It's a 3-ply. Let me just see if I can come in a little bit closer. It's really fuzzy. It's a BFL blend, 100-mile sheep. And I really do like working with it. It's very easy to work with. And I don't know, I think the needles are 4 or 4.5 millimeter, which is comfortable for me. I like that. Anything above a 4.5, these are a 4. Aren't they pretty? I got these at Mary Maxim during their 10th sale. Really, really pretty. Anything above the 4.5 or 5, maybe 6, I'm not comfortable with. Talking millimeters here. I just prefer smaller knitting. I prefer socks. But I am determined to work on this sweater. I have the light blue. If you watch during the Tour de Fleece, I have some blue that will go into this as well. And I have some that I've spun that hasn't been dyed yet. So I'm trying to decide how to color that, whether I'm going to go with a tea stain, which would be a little bit lighter than this, I think, or do some more onion skin or some avocados. We'll have to wait and see as I get there. I want to knit through what I have and spin and see where all of that goes. And this really is a 100-mile sweater, which I think is pretty incredible that I've been able to get wool that is within 100 miles radius, 110 kilometers of our home. I got it washed, and then all I had to do was dye it or card it, and Nick's been opening it out for me. Lydia at Rampart Farms was just wonderful when we met her a year ago, and I'm not sure when I'll be back to see her. I still have quite a bit to work through. So, and I don't need a stash, right? I have lots of fiber in varying colors, in varying blends, mostly merino. I have some merino nylon cashmere that I got from the fiber garden down in Jordan Station outside of Hamilton. Lots and lots of colors. This beautiful color that I've been working on and I've showed throughout the summer came in an exchange from a secret elf, and it's a merino blend, hand dyed, and I'm really enjoying it. So working through that. And what else am I working on? Those are the works in progress right now. I do have some English paper piecing, but I haven't picked it up in like 2 or 3 weeks. So that's kind of at the top of my list right now to do something. I was able to get a pattern for a bag, a project bag that is created using 1-inch hexies. And I think my hexies are 1.5 inches. So it'll make a good size project bag. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I'm working on. I have lots of ideas. And you know, if you're a crafter, there's always more ideas, right? There's always something around the corner that is coming your way. So I'll just show you. Sometimes, I don't know whether I can bring this down a little bit. There. Sometimes I knit English. Just like this, right? Easy peasy. For me, I mean, that's what I started with when I started, started knitting. But then I can switch, to a continental over the finger. Well, isn't that silly? It took me a long time to learn the continental. Now bring that back up. I'm just going to have a little bit of this drink one of the things I realized, kind of off topic, but you'll get it, is that the first time I bought one of these and I saw the stuff at the bottom, I thought, oh, I'll just give it a good shake. You don't, because it's fizzy. When I opened it, it went psh, everywhere. So I don't do that anymore. I can turn it upside down, but it's almost like a lemonade. But it's really good. I'm starting to try out different live, what am I trying to say here? This has matcha in it as well. Live, brain just went. What is it called? Kombucha. Nope, it's not going to tell me. 50 calories, raw, unpasteurized. Well, that's good because you want it to be unpasteurized. Contents are under pressure. There you go. If you ever see this in a shop local to you, I would suggest getting it. I believe this one came from Montreal, so that's more than 100. But I haven't found a kombucha locally that I enjoy, and I did want the probiotics. That's the word. I did want the probiotics because my tummy's been causing me some discomfort, and that's probably more than you need to know, right? So it's September. We're coming up to the middle of the month. Lots of things have started back up. The kids are back in school. Church activities have started to roll. Lots of fun things. We've had some great days this week with sunshine and somewhat warmer temperatures. Cooler at night, but warmer temperatures. So anyway, so in the evening when I sit, especially on the evenings when football is on, and now that football started, there you go. Thursday night football, Sunday football. No, I'm not a fan really, but I think I'm becoming one. I'll be a secret football fan. And I do follow some of the local football as well, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but not so much, and we can't get them on the TV, so we don't get to see them. But what can you do in the evening to make it more comfortable for you and maybe even a little bit more cozy? So in our basement apartment, it's always cold. And that's just the nature of a basement, right? So we do have a fairly good sized electric fireplace, and I'll turn that on, and it gives it that cozy feeling. If I need to, I have a couple of shawls, or I don't really have any Afghans. I think they're all shawls that I could put around me if I needed. I could light a candle. And in the fall, scented candles are kind of fun. Something cinnamon and apple. Right now, I have chicken stock on the stove. I haven't started to smell it yet, but we bought a roasted chicken from the health food store today, and I pulled the meat off of it. And so the bones are in the pot with some onion and carrots and celery. So that'll make a nice warming broth, and eventually we'll start to smell it here as well. But what else could you do for yourself? Maybe if you have the energy in the evening, you could bake yourself an apple pie or an apple crisp. I know we still have apples that we purchased last week. And wouldn't that smell nice? Just these cozy ideas. And I think back to my grandmother, Granny, and how I could walk into the home and know that she'd been baking. There was always this smell of dinner cooking or something in the oven, and it was wonderful. One of the other things you could do as you finish up your day and you're sitting and you're doing some crafting, and if you have family, the kids are settled and your partner's settled, whatever, you could journal and maybe write down some of those blessings we keep talking about. Maybe 2 or 3 blessings of the day. Write down the top 3 things you want to do for tomorrow so that you're not carrying those with you when you go to bed at night. But I'd really like to hear some of your fall blessings. So please do comment down below with maybe 2 or 3 of the blessings that you come across this fall already. Even though we're just barely into the season, I'm sure there's things on your mind. I know there were on mine too, and I really encourage you at least to write it down for yourself or to make note in a notes app or something like that, just so that if you're having a bad day coming up, you can refer back to those notes and say, you know what, I had a good day. That was a really good day for me. Can I find anything in today that will bring me joy, that will help me to be cozy? Maybe you're thankful for a new skein of yarn or a new bit of fluff to spin. Maybe you're thankful for the people that you work with. I don't know. I'd love to know. I would love to know, because we're all so different, and yet we still connect, don't we? I think we do. So let's just think. I have a poster up on the wall here. Let me just see if I can turn this around. There, 3 ships to the wind in the laundry. It brings me chuckles and joys every time I look at it. I like my sheep. I have sheep in different places around the apartment. And I wonder, 3 sheeps to the wind. Is there a story behind 3 sheep? 3 sheep wandered down the path early morning, getting damp from the dew. But they smell the smells, and they hear the bees, and they hear the birds, and they're happy. And then they hear from the distance, sheep, 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 3 times. And they stop. And then they go, sheep, sheep, sheep. And one of them says, that's the shepherdess. And they all turn around and they run back to the barn where they know they're going to be fed. Their little tails, if they have them, are wagging like this. They're so happy. Sometimes I think we just take everything in life for granted. And maybe we need to think about 3 sheep every once in a while. 3 sheep. Too funny. Too funny. Because you know you can't have one. They get lonely. They're a flock. And there needs to be more than one. And there's often more than 3, that's for sure. But never just one. And it's the same with all of us. It's never just us, right? It's never just the one. It's the community. It's all of us together. And I am so glad that you are part of this community here with me and with others around the world who are interested in the fiber arts, who are interested in helping with the environment and the ecology by buying local. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if you like this kind of video, please like, subscribe, share, do all the YouTube things. You know how that goes, right? Right. And I'll see you again from my cozy rocking chair. Maybe I'll sing a song. You don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to keep it real here for you. So here's a question. What is your current fall project? Tell everyone down below. And if you're interested in following along with the 100-mile life challenge, I will put the playlist probably over in this corner or this corner. So somewhere down below, there'll be a playlist and you can follow along. Today was day 11, so we're almost halfway through. But till next time, may God truly bless you. Bye for now. Granny Doll signing off. You know, just an added little thought for you. The world may rush around, but in this little corner, we can slow down, knit a stitch, and count our blessings. God bless.